Hi, everyone. It's Roger. It is Sunday afternoon, March 22nd, and I just wanted to give you an update from over the weekend. I'd like to start by thanking everyone for their professionalism during these very unprecedented and challenging times. I've been in communication and on the phone with many of you over the past several days, and just very impressed with how everyone is handling the situation. I know it's not easy. And I very much appreciate you and Sylvia and Carolyn for the professionalism and how well we're handling everything. So thank you for that. I did want to announce that over the weekend, yesterday, Michael and Drayton put out a work from home policy for staff as well as agents. As you know, we have had work from home policy for agents for the past several days. But in the interest of extra precautions, they are asking staff to likewise work from home. And so we are now implementing work from home procedures that we had put in place last week. So starting tomorrow, Monday, March 23rd, Sylvia and Carolyn will be working from home. We're meeting here this afternoon to take down their computers and scanners and printers so that we can send those items home with them and they can work remotely. Their hours will remain the same. Sylvia will be working 8:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday with an hour for lunch, and Carolyn will still be working from 8:30 to 1:30. So hours are unchanged. They'll just be working from home. Um, Again, as you know, our offices are closed to the public. You've undoubtedly seen or read in the policy announcements that we sent out that we have signage on the front door letting the public know that we are temporarily closed until further notice in an abundance of precaution due to COVID-19. The signs do direct visitors to call the office number, and they will be directed to the floor duty agent. Again, floor duty is now entirely going to be remotely conducted, so you'll be working from home on floor. Um, and agents in general should also work remotely um, moving forward, unless you need to come into the office to do something like scan or copy or drop off a commission check or something of that nature. But we want you to refrain from coming into the office. Try working from home, again, unless you absolutely do need to come into the office. Phones. The way we're going to handle phones is using the Ring Central app. So during normal business hours, the phones will continue to be answered by the receptionist as they normally are. After business hours, the phones will be answered as they currently are, which is by our night service answering service. To simplify and reduce chances of a drop call, I would like to recommend that you reach out to your customers and ask that they try to reach you directly through your cell number. I think that would be helpful. As far as checking on the office, once a day, Monday through Friday, either I, Sylvia, or Carolyn will be conducting a 30-minute walkthrough in each of our offices. We're going to be making sure that everything is okay, that the air conditioner is working, that the thermostats are set properly, that there's no signs of trouble, water leaks, anything like that. We're also going to be wiping down the commonly touched surfaces with disinfectant. We'll also be checking for mail. If you receive a mail piece, we will put that on your desk. If you have a desk, if you normally work from home and don't have a desk, we will put that on the reception counter for you. And thereafter, we will let you know that you have a piece of mail in the office waiting for you. I've asked Sylvia and Carolyn that if it's obviously junk mail, to let you know that it looks like junk mail, otherwise to let you know who the sender is so that you know what it is that came in for you. While they're in the office doing their 30-minute check through, or I'm doing that, we'll also be looking for any closing paperwork or commission checks that may have been dropped off either through the mail slot at Taylor Street or in the drop box at Burnt Store so that we can process those. So speaking of processes, let's talk about some new procedures. Again, we're in uncharted territory here, so we're going to have to do things differently. So here is what we're going to do with respect to working remotely for listings, new contracts, and closing. So for any new listings, please scan all of your listing paperwork and make a PDF of all of that. Put your file checklist on top and scan that directly to me. And then immediately send me a text to let me know that you've sent me a listing file. And I will immediately review it. I'll look at the listing contract, make sure everything looks good, sign off on that. And then I will forward that to your respective listing coordinator, who will enter it into the MLS and process as they normally do. So should be fairly simple, but again, if you get a new listing, please scan that directly to me first, and I will then get it to the appropriate listing coordinator, and we will process it and enter it into the MLS as we normally do. For new contracts, if you have any new written business, scan all of your contract paperwork to both Sylvia and Carolyn. Put your contract to close cover sheet and file checklist on top. Your closing coordinator will then process as they normally do, and they will send it to me as they normally would so that I can review it as well. For any closings, if you have a closing and you will be delivering the closing check and settlement statement to the office, please put those on your receptionist's desk or in their inbox, and then email your closing coordinator to let them know that you've done that so that we can keep an eye out for it when we do our 30-minute walkthrough. They will then process your file as they normally do and send it to accounting for further processing and payment of your commission check, of course. If you do not already, if you have not already signed up for direct deposit, now is absolutely the best time to do it. You can download the form from the intranet, go to the sales tab, look for general administrative forms, which is in the left column, and the name of the form is Agent Direct Deposit Enrollment Form. Download that, fill it out, get it sent into our accounting department so that we can get you set up for direct deposit. So let's talk a little bit about communication and mindset. For the next several weeks, if not longer, again, we are in very new territory here, and we have a learning curve that we're all going to have to work through together. It goes without saying that it's important that we all keep a very positive attitude and we work together as a team. With the new work from home procedures, there is going to be new challenges that we're going to encounter, especially in the first few days, and there may be some delays with some processing. Undoubtedly, we're going to make mistakes. We're only human. At some point in time, something is going to happen, and we'll get it fixed. We need to work together, we need to stay professional, and above all, we need to continue to exercise good communication with one another, and especially a professional and collaborative attitude. Guys, we're going to get through this, okay? It's not going to be easy, but we're most certainly going to get through this. And I can honestly say that there is not another company, either in the real estate space or in any other industry, that I would rather be at than Michael Saunders and Company through a challenge like this or a crisis like this, because I have faith in our leadership team. I have faith in all of you. I have faith in our staff. We're all going to pull through this. We're going to work together, and we're going to power through it. I appreciate all of you very much. Please know I am always available for questions, as you always know. Moving forward, we're going to continue to communicate with you on a weekly basis. As you know, sales meetings, caravans, and open houses have all been canceled until further notice. I am probably going to set up some virtual office meetings in the next several days, and be on the lookout for announcements for that as I get that. As I learn the software and figure out how to do that, we'll get that put together for you. Above all, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and let's work together. Thank you.